English audiobooks. You learn English through stories. The Garden of Unspoken Promises. In a modest country house on the outskirts of an ancient village, the gentle murmur of a late afternoon wind mingled with soft laughter. Inside the drawing room, sunlight filtered through lace curtains, casting delicate patterns upon the worn Persian rug. It was here that young Rosalind, radiant as a spring bloom, sat beside her beloved Aunt Celeste, a woman whose beauty, though touched by time, retained an air of graceful dignity. Rosalind, with her bright eyes and youthful curiosity, adored these afternoons spent with her aunt. The two shared secrets and stories of love, loss, and the mysterious ways of the heart. Often, Celeste would reminisce about her own youthful passions, and Rosalind would listen, enchanted by tales of long-forgotten romances and bittersweet farewells. One particular afternoon, as the two women sipped tea and exchanged gentle banter, Rosalind exclaimed, "'Tis such fun to imagine love as an endless adventure, Auntie. Every moment is filled with wonder." Aunt Celeste, whose eyes held the wisdom of many autumns, smiled softly and replied, "Indeed, my dear, love is a most curious thing. But sometimes, even the most beautiful adventures carry with them a tinge of sorrow." As if on cue, Celeste rose from her chair and disappeared into a small side room. Moments later she returned carrying a small, battered wooden box. With deliberate care, she opened it on the table between them to reveal two faded yellow letters, their edges soft with age and their ink delicately blurred by. "Rosalind," Celeste said in a measured tone, "today you shall read these letters. They are relics of my own past. A time when the heart was torn by choices and promises." Rosalind's eyes widened with wonder and a touch of trepidation as she reached out to take the letters. In the quiet that followed, the only sound was the faint ticking of an old clock and the rustle of the leaves outside. Aunt Celeste continued, "These letters tell of a love triangle most intricate. I too was once young and filled with dreams. Two men, one gentle, the other daring, vied for my affection. Their names were Henry and John, and though I held dear both, fate decreed that I should be left in a state of perpetual longing." Rosalind, her voice barely above a whisper, asked, "What happened, Auntie? How did you choose?" Celeste sighed, her gaze distant as if seeing into those long-ago days. "My heart was a garden of unspoken promises, and though I tried to care for both, I soon discovered that love, when divided, can never fully bloom. One letter declares, 'I leave you to John,' while the other confesses, 'I am leaving you to the better man.' Both men, in their own sorrowful ways, relinquished their claims, each believing the other to be the true keeper of my heart." Rosalind listened intently as Celeste began to read from the first letter, her voice soft and quivering with the weight of memory. "Dearest, I leave you to John. It is plain you care for him. I love you. Just now it seems that life without you is impossible. But I can no longer doubt. If you cared, there would be no doubt. John is my friend. I would rather see you his than any other's, since you cannot be mine. God bless you. Henry." Then, with a trembling pause, Celeste read the second letter. "Beloved, I am leaving you to the better man. For me there can never be another love. But it is best. It is the right thing. And lamb, yes, I am glad that it is Henry you love instead of me. You cannot be anything but happy with him. With me, but that is a dream I must learn to forget. As ever and ever, John." As the letters were read, a heavy silence fell over the room. Rosalind felt as though the echoes of those lost loves were whispering secrets directly into her soul. Aunt Celeste's eyes glistened with unshed tears as she concluded, "These words, my dear, were both a blessing and a curse. They remind me that love can be both tender and tragic, and that sometimes, the choices we make leave our hearts forever marked." Rosalind, now holding the letters close, murmured, "I see, Auntie. Your past is filled with such bittersweet beauty. I shall remember these words always." In that moment the afternoon sun dipped lower, casting long shadows across the room. The letters lay silent, yet full of life, a testament to love's enduring mystery, a mystery that, like a hidden treasure, awaited discovery by future hearts brave enough to seek its truth. This prelude extends the original narrative by providing background on the relationship between the young woman and her aunt, setting the stage for the emotional impact of the letters. It introduces themes of love, sacrifice, and the bittersweet nature of memory in a style reminiscent of a bygone era.